Well, good to have you on the program again today. It's the Polity on KAFTAN Television, and it's a big pleasure to know that you were there for us. Of course, not forgetting to send our reserved apologies for the fact that due to some technical arrangements, we are coming in slightly behind schedule. But it's okay that we're here now, and we'll go ahead to share the moments with you. Okechukwu here, and I've got my guest, my brother, my colleague who is a public affairs analyst as well, here with me on the program today. And I'm talking about Olumiwa Onlede on the program. Olumiwa, it's a pleasure to have you again on the program.
Thank you for having me.
All right. We want to talk about something that is on in the country, and we'll kind of highlight most of the things they are doing and the progress that's going on. That's why our topic today has to do with the anti-graft in Nigeria. And so, well, we have a topic definitely. And if it's not shown here now, you'll see it a little later, but then it's already there. Yes, fighting corruption. And the Anti-Graft Agencies alert. That is how much alert are they at a time like this. And so, looking at the anti-graft efforts in Nigeria, we know that these efforts are ongoing. They are ongoing with various agencies working to combat corruption and everything concerning it or connected to it. And we have some of them very popular that we all know. First of all, we have the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, that, of course, if you ask anyone, they will tell you about EFCC straight away, because that's the one they keep hearing on a constant note. It does not mean that the others are not working, definitely. The EFCC investigates financial crimes, money laundering, and corruption. But then there's also the ICPC. The ICPC, that is Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission, ICPC. It focuses on corruption, prevention, and enforcement. So that's another. We also do have the traditional Nigeria Police Force that also does the same work. It collaborates with anti-graft agencies on investigations and arrests. And so it's been working because we know we've had the CID, Criminal Investigation Division. It also had the CIB, Criminal Investigation Bureau. So all these have been part of what we've had in the Nigeria Police. So Nigeria Police has been the original fellow fighting it all the while. And there are cases that, if you like, you could refer to them as some notorious, not notorious, please, some popular, some popular, notable cases that they have had, including former governors. Several former governors are still facing corruption charges right now as we speak, you know, and some of them include, well, there is this former governor, Jolly Nyame, remember. There is also, of course, which he has received his pardon, yes. There is also the case of James Iboritu, he has been pardoned. Then there are some very fresh ones that are still there. Of course, we will not forget that the case of Christian Alcimadeke, that's still going on. There is that of this governor that they brought up his case last week. He went to court to find out whether his case will be knocked off, and the court says, I think it was the Supreme Court that said, or appeal court now, that said that he has a question to answer. He has a case to answer. And he, with his two sons, are also there. I'll also get the name again, and I will be able to mention it straight away. Sir. Yes, Sule Lamido, thank you, Onlede. Thank you. And, well, we'll mention many more as we go on the program, but let's take a quick break. We'll return to continue.
to Aba in Abuja.
The main agenda here is the promotion of made in Nigeria products.
Could this trigger the much needed change in the telecom industry for better service delivery?
Welcome to Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja.
A golden opportunity for the country to showcase its potentials among community of nations.
Now, here comes the body, accompanied by her husband from India, where she has been receiving treatment.
Total liberalization of the communication sector
Will bounce back in view of the sentimental attachment to it by Nigerians. The need for the players of the industry to still put their acts together to consolidate on the previous efforts has therefore become imperative.
That popular saying that necessity is the mother of invention is beginning to have effect on Nigeria for good. Reporting from Dubai.
Hello, I am Ruben Okala. I have not retired. I am refiring at KAFTAN TV. And as you see on KAFTAN TV, get back to work.
My name is Sheilo BCFR, the Black Comedian of the Federal Republic. I tell you, when it comes to the best of entertainment, the best of news, the best of information, something that is educative, you're right here at the best place to see that. It's KAFTAN TV. You know what? Increase the volume. Keep watching. Don't touch the dial, okay?
It's your girl Nkechi Blessing Sunday. I want you all to keep watching KAFTAN TV.
Please keep watching KAFTAN TV. It is the best TV station in the country. They're doing an amazing job. Please do not touch the dial. Keep watching. Thank you.
You can't afford to miss the press with guests so knowledgeable and articulate.
The World Human Rights Index and Rules of Law shows that Nigeria was ranked 142 in terms of insecurity.
What of the issue of Mahmoud Yakub?
Join us Mondays to Fridays for in-depth analysis from the front page of our national dailies.
An IGO group in U.S. Fault Candles continue trial, and that's on page 27 for your readers morning.
From the heart of the National Assembly to the pulse of the presidency.
I rise to second this motion as moved by my brother Ali Jesse.
And we will work with you.
Breaking news on politics, the economy.
You can't afford to miss the press with guests so knowledgeable and articulate.
The World Human Rights Index and Rules of Law shows that Nigeria was ranked 142 in terms of insecurity.
What of the issue of Mahmoud Yakub?
Join us.
So we're glad to be here again. Please, dear viewer, bear with us as we're going on. And so I was mentioning the names of some of the people that had been involved one way or the other. And of course, more recently, we had the case of Governor, CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele. Emefiele. That is, if we really tell you the meaning of that name, Emefiele is do not sin, do not err. I don't know how he managed to err, if he did anyway. The former CBN governor facing a 4.5 billion naira fraud trial with 19 counts of alleged money laundering and misappropriation of funds. Then, of course, the Yahya Bello matter again. Yahya Bello, the former Kogi State governor, facing 80.2 billion naira fraud charges too, and 110.4 billion naira money laundering allegations. You see, when you hear this sound like this, you keep wondering, why are we even looking for money outside if we have all this kind of thing? Anyway, I remember that the other day, the EFCC returned money to the central bank. It was last week. It was a beautiful thing anyway. We'll still get to that sometime anyway. And then Abubakar Malami, the one that is also on at the time, that is the former Attorney General, facing 8.7 billion naira money laundering charges. 8.7 billion naira. Ahmed Kuru, former AMCON Managing Director, facing 76 billion naira, and $31.5 million banking fraud allegations. Oh, there are many others. Saleh Maman, former Power Minister, facing 33.8 billion naira power project funds diversion allegations. Anyway, and in actual fact, which was the most recent, though that one I don't know how it is now. My big brother Chris Ngige, the former governor of Anambra State, former Labour Minister, also faced 2.2 billion naira gift-taking allegations. Oh well, it looked as though he would spend his Christmas there, but instead it didn't happen eventually, because we saw him at the government house at the Aso Villa with the president. It's all for good anyway. This is just a bit, because there are so many, even the others that have not even been mentioned that will still surface later. But this is our country, Nigeria. Fighting corruption has not been an easy thing, right from the time that former President Olusegun Obasanjo instituted these bodies that we are mentioning here, because he was the one, apart from the Nigeria Police Force, he was the one that brought the others to ensure that there is a corruption-free country, if it's possible, a corrupt-free country. I wonder how it will happen. But then he did all that to ensure that our nation moved and still moves forward. But however it is done that way, whether it has happened that way, is all we still need to talk about. There are things we've seen and heard. You know, one major thing that for which former President Buhari came into power was his strength to fight, his record of fighting corruption, which eventually, when he came in, he wanted to start handling like a military man, and he was reminded that he's now in KAFTAN, no longer the military uniform. So he had to calm down and take it easy. That was why he said some time ago that the judiciary was his problem, and a lot of things. Well, Muyiwa, looking at all these things, the way they have happened in this country, tell me what you think about it all, and the efforts of the anti-graft agencies.
Well, thank you. Anti-graft agencies, all of them came, like the FCC and ICPC came into being during the tenure of former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and we have to give that one to him, that it has been a success story. That for EFCC and ICPC, it has been a success story. How we that are not interested in the sensation and media trial and criticism, opposition to government in power at every point in time, we always say the anti-graft agencies are used against opposition. But those oppositions will never say what they are accused of is not true. What is important to Nigerians is you've been accused, it has been alleged that you misappropriated funds, you took funds, you are involved in financial crime while holding a public office which you are supposed to hold on trust for the people. But you will never say you didn't take it. Opposition will say you are being persecuted, not prosecuted, because you are in opposition.
Because you are in the opposition.
Nigerians, most especially we in the civil society, we are not interested in those kind of stories. What we are interested in is whoever has taken what does not belong to him from the covers of government should be forced and made to refund same to the appropriate account where it was taken. You look at former governor of Delta State, His Excellency
Is it Okowa or Ibori?
Onaneve Ibori.
Okay.
When he was arrested and being prosecuted in the United Kingdom, when Buhari came, before Buhari came, when he was arrested, the state, the government of Delta State, as at then, said, and I quote, that there is no money belonging to the state that is missing. Just listen to that statement, that there is no money belonging to the state that is missing.
That is missing.
Automatically, they were giving the former governor a clean bill of health to say that he was being persecuted, that no money was missing from their covers.
Of the government.
As God will have it, Okowa was the governor. Money was recovered from the United Kingdom as part of what was looted during Ibori's tenure as governor of Delta State. Then, Abubakar Malami, the present Attorney General, the former Attorney General, sorry, who was Attorney General then, with the approval of President Muhammadu Buhari then, decided that the money will be used for a particular project, second Niger Bridge also. Then the government and the people of Delta State came out to say, no, this money belongs to the government of Delta State and the people of Delta State.
Forgetting that they had
said that has changed? Those are the kind of problems that we face in fighting corruption. Fighting corruption is almost a suicide mission as far as this country is concerned, because of negative ethnicity, religious bias, and so many other factors that make people to believe that there is a difference between those from the north and the south, those that are Christian, those are Muslims, those are different ethnic extractions. So those things were God made, but they have become tools in the hand of Nigerians to escape justice. So that when a man is arrested for graft from Osun State, he say, oh no, I've been arrested because I'm from Osun State, I'm a Yoruba man. That the same crime I committed, somebody has committed it in Kano State. He's walking freely. And vice versa. So, there's a very big problem. And every day, every time, any head of any anti-graft agency, especially the FCC, faces accolade tax of maintaining their integrity. Because corruption will always fight back. Corruption is always fighting them back. And they try as much as possible to fight back, to retain their position, to do what is right. You look at when Magu was appointed in acting capacity.
Yes.
Twice he went to the Senate. He was not confirmed. And why? Because he resumed as in acting capacity before his name was sent for screening and confirmation. That was a mistake from the side of
the government.
Because at the time he went, for screening and confirmation. Majority of the parliamentarians screening him were already under prosecution by the same man they are supposed to confirm. So how will he be confirmed? So the best thing is when you appoint head of any anti-graft agency, you send the name for screening and confirmation before he resumes. Now,
rather, before he assumes office.
Yeah, before he assumes office.
Yes.
Now, he was acting. He was not replaced by the president. He was acting. Yet again, internally, problem came between him and the Kabas. And they showed him the way out. And today, what we are seeing in the case of Abba Kabalami is a pointer to why he was removed, why Magu was removed. So, no matter how lies flies, one day the truth will catch up with it. We see a situation whereby the first chairman, a very good policeman, a fine policeman, a lawyer, and very hardworking man, Malam Nuru Ibadu, was removed. He didn't serve out his tenure. He was removed. He was removed. Farida Wasiri was removed. Lamode was removed. Magu was removed.
So
now they have started fighting.
That none of them has ever stayed through
and served their tenure. So something is wrong somewhere. That means corruption is always fighting back. And I want Nigerians to look at to stop looking at the man, look at the activities of the man. And once you appoint somebody to head any anti-graft agency, he is supposed to be there to prevent financial crime and to investigate past financial crimes and bring anybody that is culpable to book. Now, we are supposed to allow them to do their job. The presidency is supposed to allow them to do their job, while after they have served out their tenure, another person will come and check
all they've done.
All they have done. If they are culpable of any financial crime too, they will be brought to book. Disrupting their activities is disservice to anti-graft war. You cannot tell me that corruption is not fighting back when the head of anti-graft agencies are always under attack. But be as it may, the fight against corruption has been, by anti-graft agencies, has been a success story. Because if you look at how many properties they have recovered, how much money
has also been recovered.
Has been recovered. So you will see that it's a success story. But I want us to look at something. When you talk about Malami prosecution, I hear people say Malami is being prosecuted because he's in ADC, he's in opposition. He was in opposition in 2023, even though he was in the ruling party, but he was an opposition member. Before 2023, he was in government. Everyone that has served the government should be checked after, their records should be checked after they have left the government. So, if another government is coming tomorrow, they will definitely check what this present government is doing right now. And government will continue that way. If you say Yaya is working freely, Malami is being prosecuted, there are two things. You have taken money from the federal government. Maybe money that should have gone to health, education, security, power, and so on and so forth. Then somebody has taken money from the state government. So if you recover money from those that are taking money from the state government, the money goes back to the state government. Has anybody ever looked at how much money is involved to prosecute successfully all those cases by EFCC and recover those monies? It doesn't come easily like that. Now, the fight against corruption in states is for righteousness' sake. The fight against corruption, against those that have done graft against the federal government, is a fight for recovery of funds belonging to the federal government. Both of them are very, 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 very important to our polity. They are very important to the economic health of the nation. They are very important to the economic health of each and every state. But
sorry to disturb you. There is something that I'm thinking about. Don't you think that there should be something that will happen, maybe a law or something, that will make it that whoever that's appointed at the head of all these, as the head of any of all these graft agencies, must be allowed to serve his tenure out before going anywhere? Because look at all of them. It's been the same thing. Yes. As though the people that appointed them or people that met them in office would always want them to dance to their tune. And whenever they will refuse to dance to their tune, they will plot against them and remove them. Just like what we're seeing somehow in INEC now, that it looks like whoever that is there at the helm.
I want to tell you categorically today, Mr. Honorable, that nobody that has served in government, that have been arrested in the past, that does not have a skeleton in their cupboard. There's none. No. There's none. You may do media trial. Somebody may steal 1 billion. You say he has stolen 10 billion. That is a different thing. Yeah. But for you to say he has not stolen at all, I am looking for one. Please, let anybody that has the mere fact that you go to court and there's no due diligence in prosecuting the case, and the court decide to discharge and acquit the suspect, does not mean they have clean bill of health. No. Because the one thing is for somebody to commit a crime, another thing is for the prosecution to do due diligence. Yes. In prosecution, because the judge was not there when all that happened. A court will only listen to what is presented, what is said and presented, and the evidence presented. If it's not sufficient enough, then the judge is bound to discharge and acquit the accused person. Yes. So that does not mean that a crime has not been committed. There's none. There's none. Nobody can tell me that there's anybody that has been arrested and been prosecuted that has not stolen a penny. It's not possible. But if you say the government is using anti-graft agencies against opposition, that may be true. But the fact is, once you know you are in opposition, let your hand be clean.
Be careful.
If you are elected, if you are appointed, let your hand be clean. Serve with integrity. Yes. Leave the office. Once you leave the office, present yourself, present your hand over to anti-graft agencies for them to vet it, and they will give you a clean bill of health, and you go. But for you to serve in a government, and you have looted the government dry, and when you are no longer in the camp of the new government, you decamp to opposition party to say, no, this government is not doing well, just for the mere fact that you want to gain sympathy from the populace. That is an outdated strategy. To me, it's a strategy that is even against the people supporting you. But ignorance.
There is also something else. I remember some time ago, a senator said that then he was, I think he was then the chairman of APC. He said, Senator Ashiomale, he said that once you join the APC, your sins are forgiven. And it happened.
Then after saying that,
so many, including including the current Senate president.
Jolly Yame joined APC, but he was sentenced to prison.
Okay. So
Dariye joined APC.
Dariye, okay.
Oshiomale would have, if he had actually said that, he would have told the court.
Yes, to release this.
To release those people. They were sentenced before Buhari gave them pardon.
Okay.
They were sentenced. They joined the APC and they were sentenced. So what has changed? That is a political statement.
Yes.
That is, if your case is not too obvious. Well, there are so many obvious cases. There are so many obvious cases. You know? Chief Bodejo was in PDP.
When he was still...
He was sentenced. When PDP was in power. So your political party does not matter to me. Your political party does not matter. Because if you are not asked to come and account for what you have done today, tomorrow you may be asked to account. Because whether you join the ruling party, your sins are forgiven, and you join the opposition, I think your sins are forgiven too. On one side, if you join the ruling party, maybe your sins are forgiven by the anti-graft agencies, but your sins may not be forgiven by the court, by the judiciary.
Of course, the court.
Then if you join the opposition, your sins will be forgiven by the masses. Because the masses now say, no, Malami is being prosecuted because he's in ADC. Yaya is being prosecuted because he's in APC. Now, are you now saying that if Yaya decide to go to ADC tomorrow, that means those in ADC and every movement supporting them, we now forgive Yaya? So, nobody is supposed to be forgiven on the basis of the political party that he decide to align with. Everybody should answer for his tenure in office, because it is because of corruption that we don't have good water to drink. It is because of corruption that we don't have good schools. It is because of corruption that we don't have good health. It is because of corruption that we don't have good hospitals and power. Today, as we speak, the national grid has collapsed. The first time in 2026. We are still in January. The national grid has collapsed today. It is because of corruption. The former minister of power, he started trial. He's been prosecuted for as much as 33 billion naira. That was siphoned, allegedly siphoned when he was in government.
Life.
Now, are you saying the man is in ADC? Are you saying the man is in opposition?
Over there, that's why it is happening. And the things that were there are still very clear for everyone to see.
To me,
yes,
I don't even want us to go far, because if you have gone to court before, for most of us that have taken cases to court before, we have taken agencies to court before, we know what it costs to prosecute a case in court. Whenever it is alleged that a man has taken 33 billion from the coffers of government, if he has the money, he should do plea bargain, refund the money, keep his money that he will have used for litigation to pay lawyers. Then the government will not waste money, on lawyers. That is better for the country. Because after spending money, in the case of the former Accountant General, after spending a lot of money, then he decided to do plea bargain and he's bringing money. Why not do that first? Why not do that first? Because a lot of money are being wasted on senior advocates to get out these monies and to get justice for the country.
Well, they are doing their job. The advocates are doing their job.
There are other jobs. There are other jobs to be done in oil sector, big IOCs.
Yeah.
But the government does not have enough money to waste on litigation. People should understand that. So what we are saying is, it has been a success story. You remember ICPC recovered up to 400 buildings from one civil servant. Good one. But presently, more than 21 or 25 properties scattered across the country. It's temporarily forfeited to the government by Abubakar Malami, So those are the successes that have been recorded in the past and presently by these anti-graft agencies. But there's a problem, even with the anti-graft agencies. Number one, if you talk about ICPC, they are being underfunded, number one. Number two, they are understaffed.
They are understaffed.
They are understaffed and underfunded. If you look at the volume of petitions they received on a daily basis, they need more hands. So how do you expect them to deal with it? Somebody's writing a petition on constituency project from Ondo State. You know, he wants, especially wants headquarters to handle the petition, not the state office, because he suspected that, oh, those involved, they are locally within the state, and maybe they have one or two relationship with, and their lawyer have one or two relationship with the head of the state offices. So they want the case to be handled from the headquarters. Now, traveling to Ondo State, going to inspect site, so these people are underfunded, these people are understaffed. The government of the day should look at it, because if you really want to fight corruption holistically, you must look at the welfare of those you are going to use to fight corruption. You cannot give a fish to a cat to keep. The cat will definitely devour the fish. You understand? Even lions, there are times a lion will see prey and not attack. A lion only attack a prey when it's hungry. So you cannot use hunger to fight corruption. You cannot be thinking about welfare. You cannot be thinking about children's school fees. You cannot be thinking about having a car, fueling a car, servicing the car. You cannot be thinking about housing. As staffs of anti-graft agencies, and you say holistically you want to do due diligence to cases assigned to you within the system. Once you are offered gratification or bribe, then you have no power to dismiss the case, but you write a report in favor of the suspect. That is what's going to happen, because you have been bribed. And you will not blame them for that. Because
why would you not blame them for that?
You will not blame them for that, because you are supposed to look at a template. Everything we are doing in this country, the templates were copied from somewhere. What is the salary scale? You know, even though we are not going to be up to that, we should go beyond 50% of what is obtainable in Western world. What is wage, you know, worker in anti-graft agencies in other countries where they are doing well? Copy the template and bring it here.
Okay, looking at the pay now, I also want us to look at it this way. You know, those people in government work, their pay is not wonderful, you know. And in most cases, they are the ones, when you look at the corruption that is going on in offices under the government, you look at the people involved, apart from the people at the helm of affairs, there are people that are doing different forms of corruption. You won't get your file until you shake body. You know, you won't do this. When someone's file has been approved, someone else will go and hide the file, and the fellow will come for several times until the fellow learns the lesson of give someone to these people, let them help you locate the file.
That is systemic corruption.
That's it.
That's systemic corruption.
And it is everywhere as far as government work is concerned.
Yes, it is everywhere. Because the mentality, that is where patriotism comes into play. The mentality of an average Nigerian man is that working in the public sector, you don't even, some believe, they know already that the salary is nothing to write them about, but they go into it.
Yeah, because there are other things they have in mind to do to raise money.
That's number one.
They're working towards that.
Patriotism.
Yes.
It is called public service. You are going to serve. But when it comes to uniform jobs, paramilitary, anti-graft, these are jobs that whoever is going to go there must have interest. Number one. Then whoever is going to go there must be well taken care of. Number two, priority. We call them priority sector. You know, because you can't expect a military man that is at the war front to have time to talk about what is happening within his household in the barracks. Maybe he's in the war front in the northeast or northwest. Yes. Then his family is in Lagos. So all you can speak to them through is through the account. It's through the account. So they must be well taken care of. Now, how do you think we have much corruption within the police force? Because if you write a petition, Mr. Honorable, if you write a petition to the police today and say this and this, this and this, and this, or let's say IG monitoring unit, this and this, this and this, this and this is happening, and you want them to investigate, this is the suspect, this is his phone number, and you want them to go to Abia State, do you know that there's no provision in Nigeria police
to get there?
There's no provision for them to get there.
That it is you that made the road the petition.
There's no provision. So are you now saying that a policeman whose salary is not even enough for him, because in the world, more money, more problem, should use his salary to travel to Abia State for you to investigate the matter and bring the suspect to Abuja? We have to be realistic in so many instances. So that the government has a lot to do. The government has a lot to do. They have a lot to do. See, you look at so many patrol vans servicing and fueling. It's not taken care of by the command. So if you give a policeman as a team lead patrol van without money for fuel, so how do you expect them to continue to patrol? So the best thing is to park in one place and monitor the immediate environment.
Yes.
So you can't expect them to.
You've just empowered them to go begging.
You can't expect the policemen to use their money from their salary to buy fuel and put in a patrol van. So when we criticize these people, we must be objective at times.
Yes,
I remember. We must look at the situation at times.
Years back,
we don't just come and say police are corrupt. This one is no.
Years back in Anambra State, then when I was there, you will see the police members of the police force driving their vehicles, especially new vehicles that government will give them and all that. They will take it to the offices of all these big business people in that area. We came to greet you. We came to see you, sir. We came to know how. I hope everything is okay. And at the end of the day, they know that when they'll be going out, they will go out with fat envelopes. And they will say, thank you so much, sir. This will enable us to fuel the vehicles that they give us. How would it be that the government that provided the vehicles will not also make arrangements for the fueling of the vehicle so that these men can face the work they have come to do? So why collecting that money? Of course, after getting the one that you use to fuel the car, the remaining ones will be shared amongst them.
Yes, that is the system. That is the system. But the kind of environment and the kind of country that we find ourselves, it is not out of place for companies and individuals
banks, yes, especially banks,
to do corporate social responsibility towards
the Nigerian police.
The Nigerian police. You remember during Obasanjo's regime, I think, I was one police equipment fund. Police equipment fund, though it became a thing of corruption and it was disbanded when Obasanjo left power. Police equipment fund, where one man, I've forgotten the name now, Festus Kiyama SAN was the one that exposed the man and the place was disbanded. Very beautiful idea. You know, the police does not have enough fund to equip personnel. So he established, the government supported him. He was getting this thing from corporate bodies, from international NGOs, and to bring this equipment to support the police. That was a very nice and noble idea. But, you know, as the Nigeria syndrome, corruption entered. When you are bringing those equipment from overseas, they bring things for people, importers, and they do duty wafer. And that became a big problem. And
some of those things they will bring for those people are
collect money from
contraband.
So if we have such, there's one office headed by one Mohammed Saidu, Police Trust Fund, I think.
Okay.
Police Trust Fund. I think those kind of offices, government is supposed to fund them, monitor them. Anti-graft agencies will monitor them for effectiveness and efficiency, because those offices are childs of necessity. They are supposed to serve a very, very important purpose.
And this is, talking about an aim at stopping or fighting corruption.
So they should not become agency of corruption again.
Exactly. They should not become, because that was why the lawyer that is a minister now that wrote against the other team. Then it was disbanded.
Yes.
We still need it. It's still needful that such things will be in existence, no matter what.
Yes, yes.
It's just to get people who can be above board, who will be honest enough.
Who are dedicated, honest, and patriotic to the country.
Yes, to handle these things. Because if not, what it means is that the government should begin to effectively release funds for all of these. And they will refer to this as small things that they shouldn't be doing. So you see that Nigeria, the way Nigeria is formulated in the first place, there are many avenues through which...
Loopholes.
Yes, many loopholes that will lead to corruption, whether you want it or not.
Now, and I'll give you an example. Abba Kamalami, former Attorney General of the Federation, has been prosecuted for grafts, billions, and other properties, assets. Now, it is assumed that for every government official appointed, you are supposed to declare your asset, or elected, you are supposed to declare your asset. Code of Conduct Bureau.
Yes.
Before, when you assume office.
Yes.
So this is what you have.
Yes.
Then when you are leaving,
office, you also declare.
So why is it that there is no synergy between EFCC, ICPC, and Code of Conduct? Because if properties, if EFCC now traced so many properties to Abba Kamalami today, 8 years, after 8 years as minister, 2 tenure as minister, from 2015 to 2023, and Malami is saying, no, these things belongs to me. These things belong to my son. Then EFCC should call Code of Conduct. Please furnish us with his asset declaration form. What and what he told you that he had before assuming office. Then furnish us with what
he's
and what
he's
not telling you that he had now.
He has got.
Then let's look at what was accrued to him as salary and emolument and allowances throughout his tenure. Let's juxtapose both and see whether what he has now is compared to what he earned is justifiable. So, if Code of Conduct is keeping quiet, then I wonder what they are doing, because those asset declaration forms, both where you are coming and where you are exiting, they are supposed to form part of the exhibit that will be tendered in court.
Yes.
For easy and smooth prosecution of any government official.
Yes.
But we've not seen that. Maybe it's happening, but we've not seen that. We've not read that in the media.
Well, we'll take a break right away, and we'll return in a moment. And of course, by the time we return, the phone number will be on the screen for you to make your call if you would love to make your contribution to this program.
Welcome to Abba in Abuja. The main agenda here is the promotion of made in Nigeria products.
Could this trigger
the much-needed change in the telecom industry for better service delivery. Welcome to Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. A golden opportunity for the country to showcase its potentials among community of nations. Now, here comes the body, accompanied by her husband from India, where she has been receiving treatment. Total liberalization of the communication sector will bounce back in view of the sentimental attachment to it by Nigerians. The need for the players of the industry to still put their acts together to consolidate on the previous efforts has therefore become imperative. That
Welcome back. We're still at it, and of course, it is on the program, The Polity, discussing corruption today, fighting corruption today, really, and highlighting the efforts of the anti-graft bodies that we have in our country. Comrade, there is a question I want to ask. You see, this corruption, if there had been effective check of whatever anybody declares at the start of his getting into office and checking it again, what he declares at the end of his being in office, it would have helped a lot, but it looks like it's been forgotten. And so people do whatever they like, wherever they like, however they like, with whatever they're doing. Why I'm saying this is that this corruption should be part of the thing that is a problem that we are seeing today happening in Rivers State. Because somebody was governor for 8 years and left, and now he is a minister. But the man that is the governor in the state doesn't have, let me use the word, is not permitted to say things the way he would want to say. This man, when he was governor, did not let the former governor come into the state anyhow. He never came into the state with noise and all that. If not, he will hide and get into his house. When he will finish, he will go. For the 8 years he was there, that one was also a minister. Incidentally, that one was also a minister, as he is a minister today.
A super minister.
Yes, and he never gave trouble to this one.
But the difference
yes,
is that they were in
different parties.
When Amechi was leaving, Amechi supported Peter Side,
yes,
Dakuku,
yes,
of APC. Amechi had decamped to APC. Wike was in PDP.
PDP, yes.
Wike came to power as governor through federal might.
Yes, the assistant.
The first lady and the president, as and then President Goodluck Jonathan and President Jonathan. So, why he couldn't interfere? Why Amechi couldn't interfere in the government of Wike as governor then in 2015 was because he didn't support him. Now we're having a different scenario. PDP handing over to PDP. Wike
not just supporting, but
making him
yes.
Governor. So if we're talking about corruption, then the Fubara, for those supporting one or the other, they are part of the problem. In the state,
yes,
whether you are youth, whether you are in civil society, whether you are in the media, whether you are in the religious circle, you are supporting any, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem and you are part of the corruption, because Fubara is a product of Wike. Let's take a little historical journey back to when Fubara was.
Remember too that even the State Assembly is accusing him of corruption, kind of, that he did things, it's a preparatory fund, because the money that was not signed was not approved by the State Assembly and all that. And it's all part of the same story. So continue, sir.
Fubara was the accountant general. Yes. Fubara was a level 14 officer in the state civil service. He was made a Accountant General, ahead of those in level 15 and 16. Ahead of those in level 15 and 16. I stand to be corrected. Then from Accountant General, he was made governor. So what has changed? They should be asking the two of them.
Yes.
They should be asking the two of them. Where they were, before Fubara moved to APC, when they started this war, Fubara would have checked the papers. Because I see no reason why you will come in as governor and you will not prosecute your predecessor. So that means you submitted to everything he did, you are aligned with everything he did, you are satisfied with everything he did in office. Now, what is the bone of contention? Why are they quarreling? None of them has been able to tell Nigerians.
They have not told anybody.
The same thing happened in Edo State. Adams Oshomole and Obaseki.
Obaseki, that was his person.
Oshomole was never prosecuted by Obaseki. So they should have prosecuted, Obaseki should have prosecuted Oshomole. So I see same of the same. For anybody taking side there, anybody that is taking side is part of the problem. And what we call corruption, that you are accusing, whether you are accusing Wike of saying is using federal government, you are part of the corruption also. You are part of the corruption. Because you cannot, Wike bought form for everybody that contested. In the history of Nigeria, that kind of politics has never happened.
Oh, well.
He bought form for everybody that contested in Rivers State.
The governor of Adamawa
because
did
he was the one
people.
They say he talks too much now. He was the one talking on behalf of Fubara when they were campaigning.
Okay, yes, he was the one.
He was the one talking.
We hardly
when they were about
Fubara
to close the rally, he would call Fubara. They were sitting together when they were announcing the results. When they pronounced him governor, he went and knelt down before. So those things are facts to say that Fubara legitimated what happened during, because he was part of it. Accountant General of this. Yes. He was part of it. So if you are not saying he looted money from River State, Wike looted money, under whose watch? With who? With who? So the best thing for the people of River State is for them to shed their sword. But unfortunately, there are people within the state that will not want them to shed their sword because that crisis became an avenue for people to make money. Even people outside the state. People on social media every day abusing one. Some will be abusing Fubara, some will be abusing Wike. They are collecting money from there. That is the oxygen they were using to breathe. They were collecting money from there. Popular activists, social media activists, that cannot drive their car out of their houses 2 o'clock in the night and move from other Surulere to VI in the night. They cannot climb to the Minabi. Those in Abuja here, they cannot move from Wuse 2 to Lokongoma in the night. Yes. But they are very strong on social media. They were making money from this crisis, which is not good for the health of an average riverman. They want good governance. Look at Akwa Ibom State. Look at Akwa Ibom State. Akwa Ibom's money is used for Akwa Ibom people. Today they will tell you that this present Senate president was a corrupt man. But but still one of the best governors that has ever ruled that state. Look at the state. Look at the stadium. Hosting people from different countries to come and play against Nigeria. Look at roads in Eket everywhere. Look at uncommon transformation. But because of political affiliation, people will say whatever they want to say without looking at what is on ground. Nobody has a clean bill of health. I agree with that.
And I must say that Akwa Ibom has been so blessed since the time of that first governor that was yes, Atta.
Look at what the present governor is doing. It's a rice agenda.
Yes.
So why can't they emulate that? But you must give kudos to the people of Akwa Ibom State.
Akwa Ibom, okay.
You must give kudos to people of Akwa Ibom
for giving support. Cause problem for them. They just kept on letting whatever it is be. Let them have their peace.
Even when they were complaining that Udom Umane was not sharing money, they still supported him.
Yes.
They supported him to bring a successor. They supported him to deliver on his mandate. So the state is ahead as far as South is concerned. So why can't they copy him? As those in government are copying those in government in Akwa Ibom. The masses in Akwa Ibom should copy the masses of Rivers. Should copy the masses of Akwa Ibom. The religion leaders in Rivers should copy the religion leaders in Akwa Ibom. The traditional leaders in Rivers should copy the traditional leaders in Akwa Ibom. Maintain decorum. You can't continue to fight.
For how long did you fight?
Two people are fighting, then there are other people putting petrol in the fire. There are other people putting petrol in the fire. The state is divided between the minister and the governor. So when you have elders, is the state supposed to be divided? When two children are fighting, elders are they supposed to take side? No. The people will pay for it. And average people, there are so many people that they don't belong to any political party. They can't even write People's Democratic Party or APC or ADC. But all they are after is they want good road, they want water, they want electricity, they want amenities, and they want to do their petty business and survive and send their children to school, see their children become what they cannot become in future.
Recently, I went to Edo State, and I marveled at the work I have seen the current governor doing. I got to Edo State, and I was wondering, what has all the other people who have been governors in this state been doing concerning the roads?
They were doing this thing on, the former governor was doing everything on PowerPoint presentation. But the funniest thing is that you still have people supporting you.
That's a
painful even when you're not delivering. You have people supporting you.
Because
you have people supporting you. There is one popular woman, Mama P, in the state. That was complaining. Complaining about the former governor, Wasaki. Then people were attacking him. People were attacking her. I said, no, what did I do? You said you did the road. I went to the road. I said, I did video. I said, this is the state of the road. You said, what did I do? If it's not AI generated video, then video cannot lie. This is what, and people started attacking her. So the masses are the problem.
That's true.
All people are accountable. You understand? There's people that have even zeroed their mind on holding their state governors accountable. They focus on federal government, where what is accrued to state governments now has tripled. Ask them what are they doing with it. They don't even have to borrow money.
Even the president himself has said it.
Even the governor of Delta State, the governor of Delta State just said it, that we have enough money to do things now. Whoever is hiding it should be asked and called to answer. We have enough money to do things, but people are not asking these governors.
What are you doing with the money?
Now, the same Wike that people are complaining about, when he was governor, he was commissioning projects. Even the government of President President Muhammadu Buhari had to give him an award for Mr. Project. A government that he was attacking every day, abusing every day, they had no option than to give him an award. When they gave him that award, he came out in one commissioning and said, money that has not been paid since 1999, Rivers State received more than 200 billion. Delta received, Akwa Ibom received, this also received. People now asked, Delta State, where is our own money? Where's our own money? You know, if he hadn't said it, then nobody would have known that, oh, this is where the money came from. And we want the federal government to do better. Also release any money to state government. Let people know, make it public.
Let everybody know.
There's no secrecy in government.
No.
You released, there was fire outbreak in Ibadan. The governor came to see the president, wrote and demanded for 50 billion. The president approved 30 billion. 30 billion was released secretly. Nobody knew. Then the governor released 4-point-something billion out of 30 billion. Until former Governor Fayose came and said, no, you got 50 billion. They said, no, they didn't get 50. How much did you get? They say it was 30 billion. You released 4-point-something billion. Why is the remaining? Say they used, the same government said they used the remaining one for infrastructure. No, you didn't request money for infrastructure. You requested money for the victims of fire outbreak.
Fire outbreak in the state. And
now they say, no. They didn't use it for infrastructure. They came again and said, we kept the balance. How can you keep the balance when the victims of the fire outbreaks are still complaining. You've not settled them. Have you rebuilt their houses? Have you resettled their businesses? Have you, have you settled all their hospital bills? No.
After all, that was what you asked for.
And
that was what, for which the money was given to you.
Then you diverted it to another thing, even though you diverted it to a good thing. No, that is still diversion.
It's still diversion.
That is diversion. When money is meant for something, it should be used for that thing. So we have problem in the way government is being run, despite the fact that we have freedom of information. Where you write to these people,
this matter of
they hide this information.
Reminds me of something that happened many years ago and nothing was done about it. Ministry of Education at that time, and they were in the financial sector, and some money was released for the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka. These young men diverted that money, refused to send the money to Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka. They diverted it to the university in Abuja. And when it was eventually exposed, nothing happened. They didn't even ask them, okay, if you diverted it to the university in Abuja, how much did you use? Did you finish all of it there? The remaining one, what did you do with it? That thing died. And I was wondering, what were the people in Anambra doing at that time? It's true that it was a federal university. But
yes,
why
it's resident in your state.
Yes, you should have asked more. They would have got into it the more to ask for, okay, now that they have, it's clear that they didn't return, they didn't give the money to us. Can you give us another now?
Yes.
Nobody said anything, and that thing died like that. So you see, corruption, diversion of funds, all these things, it's a hydra-headed monster. But we need to start tackling these things. That's why we are here in the first place, to talk about these things.
But what we are supposed to do as a people is to, number one, support anti-graft agencies and the leadership at every point in time.
Yes.
At every point in time.
Let them do what they want.
At every point in time. Stop distracting them. Nigerians should stop helping those corruption that is fighting back to distract the anti-graft agencies and their management. We in the civil society, we are in support of every action they have taken because we believe that they are there today. Tomorrow, another person will come and ask them to come and account for what they have done today. So, for today, let them do what they are supposed to do. Recover funds from those that have looted it. Prevent people from looting. Suggest to agencies that, oh, this technology will prevent grafts in your agency. Request for intermittently request for reports from MDAs to prevent these corruptions, because it is better prevented than prosecuted.
Exactly. It's
so if you prevent people from doing it, it's cheaper than for you to allow them to do it, then you come back to come and prosecute them. Because it is not a tea party.
It's not.
It is not a tea party. There are cases that will last for 8 to 10 years.
Yes.
You know, appearances, you have to pay, you have to, you know. And at the end of the day, when you recover the money, it has lost value.
A whole lot.
You've spent a lot, and the money has lost value. You know, so we are pleading with Nigerians, those in the civil society, the media, and Nigerian Bar Association. Support anti-graft agencies. Support the leadership of anti-graft agencies to deliver on their mandate. When they leave, we support those that will come to check the books of those that left. That is why government is being run. Notwithstanding, if obviously they are doing what they are not supposed to do, they should be called to order. But not using statement, threat on media and social media to say, no, you are prosecuting somebody because he's in opposition. You are prosecuting somebody because he's not dancing to your tune. You are being used against...
Then they will start digging past that will not matter much and make it...
The argument should be, is this allegation true or false. Any allegation that is laid against anybody, the argument should be whether it is true or false. If it is true, whoever has been alleged to have done something wrong in financial crime should be made to answer for it.
Yes.
Without sympathy from the people, without sympathy from the masses. That is the way it's done. The media should take note. The civil society should take note. The Nigeria Bar Association should take note and make their stand known, because as it stands today, they don't have a stand. NBA does not have a stand in the fight against corruption. You know? Whether somebody is alleged to have stolen money, is entitled to a lawyer. That is a different case. But the stand of the NBA must be made known. Now, oh, no, we are in support of anti-graft war.
I also want to say that even the NMA should not be overlooked because of the fact that NARD is actively doing things. We have seen the resident doctors on strike and all that. And I know that corruption is part of it. If not, why have you not released their monies to them so that they will do what they have to do? A lot is involved in this country. But you see, we cannot handle it all in one day. And this is how I want to thank you again.
Thank you,
Olumuyiwa, for coming. As always, it's a blessing, as far as I'm concerned, to have you on the program.
Thank you.
Please do come again, because we have a lot more to still share, to help many people to understand. Because the way you bring it down for everyone to understand it is a beautiful thing, sir. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Dear viewer, this is also where we'll conclude our stay with you today on the program. Thank you for sitting back, watching us, and seeing what we're saying. You're still free to make your contributions. Please send your messages to us. And we have streamed live again. So go to our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram pages and see what we have said. Make your contributions there. We will read. We'll talk about that some other time. So just also topics you want us to discuss here. We will do that because we take delight, we take pride in the fact that we try to relate with you on a one-on-one basis. So it's a station where you can also reach out to people very well. Thank you so much for all that has happened. Let me say thanks to Divine Dabrilaya, and of course, not forgetting Sam Omaji. For all that has happened, thank you all for everything that has happened. To Sulaiman, thank you so much for being able to do a lot for us to be here on today. Also not forgetting, of course, Sulaiman Hassan, also not forgetting Felix Akinjagula. And thanks to Victor Adeye and Victor Chizea. All of you, I am Okechukwu Bogo. What have I got to say again? May the very best happen to us all the time.